Hello, good afternoon and welcome to Teleislas News with the most important news of the day. After several weeks of discussion, the Departmental Duma approved the departmental government's budget.
Yesterday, the 11 deputies of the Departmental Assembly voted in third debate the approval of the draft ordinance of the 2021 budget addition for the value of 216,000 million pesos. In this way, the departmental government will have to execute each of the projects that were approved and studied by each of the secretaries in the local administration. Among the important projects that are framed in the budget addition is the investment of the hospital to enable areas and rooms that are essential for the medical center. Likewise, the construction of the Sport Coliseum in Narten, and also the social component of investment in the agricultural and fisheries sector. In our central broadcast, we will expand on this news.
On the island is the Vice Minister of Health, Alexander Moscoso, doing surveillance and inspection of the health situation of the island. Sylvette Mitchell from the New Avenue with more information.
Well, yes, effectively, the Vice Minister of Health is here in the island. Yesterday was the first meeting with the governor, members of the cabinet, and also the head of the ESE, the departmental ESE, where teams around the health of the island and all the situation. The health situation here in our department was also touched. The governor highlighted something very important, and that San Andres is the first biosafe, biosecure island in the Caribbean, and the archipelago is the first department, the first biosecure department in Colombia.
In this visit, we are looking at the general information of the departmental hospital, the ESE, which we have created, and we have had the support of the ministry, and we have been evaluating all the pandemic issue, the situation of COVID, and the vaccination situation in San Andres. I want to take advantage of this space to let you know that we have made a great effort with the hospital, which has improved a lot. We have increased vaccination. We are the first in the vaccination in the colony, and that has given us the opportunity to consider that we have herd immunity.
Okay, well, we already know that the majority of the population have complete their scheme, their vaccination scheme against COVID-19. But the Vice Minister of Health highlighted something very important, and was his concern about this 30% of the population that has not taken the vaccine already.
The concern that we have at the moment with the COVID is that although San Andres has been decreasing, today we do not have patients hospitalized in the intensive care unit. It is very positive, but our reality is that we are exposed in the country, and surely San Andres will also be exposed to be more aggressive and transmitting lineage, the C Delta lineage with a very high rate of contagion. Today we have 30% of San Andreans without being vaccinated.
I take this opportunity to invite all those who have not been vaccinated to come. The idea is that we are all vaccinated to continue to receive and continue reactivating.
The Vice Minister continued here in the island complying with his agenda, and also in meetings with the religious leaders. And well, in our broadcast, our central broadcast, will give him more information about this meeting with the Vice Minister here in the island. This is Sylvette Mitchell Archibald for Teleislas News.
And before Governor Everett Hawkins, Dr. Maria Claudia Bracho took office as the new manager of the departmental ESE of San Andres, Old Providence, and Santa Catalina. Dr. Bracho has experience in the public sector, occupying, among other positions, general manager of the ESE with this recent management, and after meeting all requirements, she was appointed by the local governor to manage the state social enterprise of the departmental hospital. And in other news, the national government postponed the meeting that had been established in the first instance to address the issue of Nicaragua's claiming against Colombia.
18 days before the beginning of the hearings at the International Court of Justice in The Hague to deal with the maritime dispute between Colombia and Nicaragua, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the country made the decision to postpone the meeting to be held this week, which was intended to study Colombia's defense against the accusation of the Central American country. In view of this fact, the representative to the Chamber of Deputies for the island made a statement.
Estamos preocupados porque, como yo siempre he estado insistiéndole,
We are worried, as I have always been insisting to the Chancellery to keep the community informed. We know that they are working, but the community needs to know how the next defense before The Hague is going to be. We know of Nicaragua's pretensions to continue wanting more than what it already has. So what we have to do is to have a representation that will have an impact before the judges of The Hague. The Foreign Relations Commission that canceled its meeting today, to which we were invited, precisely we wanted to insist before the Foreign Ministry on a delegation from San Andres and on the possibility of having one of the co-agents, one of us, of the islanders in the case.
Sí, es muy lamentable la cancelación de esta importante reunión con la Comisión Asesora.
It is very regrettable the cancellation of this important meeting with the Advisory Commission of Foreign Relations. It is incomprehensible how, after having already confirmed attendance at the last minute, some former presidents ended up cancelling. For us, it is very important as representatives of the department to have clarity on the information that the national government is handling. What is the status of the process? What are the actions that will be taken to defend the interests of the islanders? In this case, we regret that it has been postponed because we are in a race against time. Next September 20th, the hearings will begin, and the outlook is still unclear.
Yesterday, Wednesday, it was made known that the postponement of the meeting to discuss the situation of Nicaragua by the Foreign Ministry was due to the agenda of several farmers, president of the country, who were summoned to this meeting by the President Duque and could not attend.
The tourism portfolio of our department met with Fontour officials to work for a change in the tourism structure of the islands.
Good evening, Lisa and Aldi TV viewers. I say hello from here from the town of the island because we talked to the Secretary of Tourism, Jonathan Tiela, who met in the last hours with the President of Fontour. The idea of this meeting was to talk about different projects that could benefit the tourism infrastructure of our island.
Yesterday, September 1st, we were in Bogota at the Fontour offices where we had the opportunity to express to Mr. Irvin Perez, the president of Fontour, the needs we have in terms of project formulation that will lead us to make better use of the resources that Fontour currently has in a strategic line to benefit projects in different lines that the entity has, such as promotion and tourism infrastructure. So yesterday, that was one of the important achievements. He committed himself to help us in the formulation of projects. In that sense, we are quite optimistic and quite happy because now we have the opportunity to present many more projects that are in benefit of our archipelago.
The head of the tourism portfolio wants to tell all the community that for them it's priority to keep all the infrastructure of the tourism in good state in our island so they can bring more tourism to the island. This is all information we report from here from the town of the island. Continue Lisa in studio with more information.
Thank you, Alice. And in other news, the use of technology has made it possible to advance in systematization and automation of electoral process. In this sense, the National Registry announced the arrival of this technology to the Archipelago Department in short term.
The Registrar's Office implements at national level the biometric system, which allows verifying the identity of each person by comparing their fingerprints with those registered in the entity's databases. With a view of the upcoming election, the Registrar announced that they plan to incorporate new technologies in the archipelago.
It also brings me the reopening of the City Clerk Office in Old Providence. We have the latest technology, and next year we are going to enter the phase of the new electronic and digital identification card for all Colombians, and we are taking technology to all parts of the country.
The electronic identification system, which has already been tested in the country, allows the exercise of the right to vote prior to the biometric authentication of the citizen, so it has a great investment that the islander can count on.
For me, it was important that Old Providence, because of what it represents for the sovereignty of our country, had all the technological platforms of the Registrar's Office. So we are going to take this technology to the islanders in Old Providence, and San Andres will also make use of this technology.
This system seeks to systemize and automate the electoral processes, reduce paper consumption, obtain faster results, and guarantee greater transparency in the elections.
And at this time, the promotion of different university careers is being promoted in different schools of the island.
With the purpose of informing the student of the institution of the island about the higher education offerings, the University of Sinu is publicizing its academic program in the department.
Currently, we have among programs technicians, technologists, and professionals an offer of almost 20 academic programs where students are given the opportunity to make this type of decision. Here in San Andres, we have had a great reception for a special program in marine biology as well as for international business and law. And right now we have realized that we have great reception with the gastronomy program.
The academic offerings will be available in each of the educational institutions until September 6th.
And we continue with all the sport news of our department with Victor Fusalva.
Hello, here are the best sports of the islands. Great day of skating took place at the Erwin O'Neill Football Stadium. With the participation of 29 delegations from different departments, the Invitational Skating Tournament of the Sea of Seven Colors was held in San Andres. It was a true skating festival with the presence of different categories where the kids enjoyed to the maximum the sport of the small wheels. Coaches from different departments expressed their satisfaction with the event. From Cundinamarca, Julissa Helvet said,
Nos encontramos realmente felices porque esta es nuestra primera.
We are really happy because this is our first experience with the school to come to this place to participate in the CF7 Colors Cup. We have the participation of 8 athletes from 4 to 18 years, where the kids for the first time come to know the sea and where we have had excellent results.
Alexa Reynoso from Tolima said,
Primera vez que estamos en la isla, contentos porque hemos tenido muy buena acogida.
This is the first time we are on the island. We are happy because we have had very good reception and we believe that we are going to receive many medals from this event. They are happy and they are proudly representing our municipality, our flag, that wherever we go, we always carry it. They are not only here for the sea, but for the event.
Antonio Guerra from Apartado, Antioquia.
Estamos aquí en San Andrés, estas bellas islas.
We are very encouraged and delighted to know the islands and accompany our children and take them forward in sport.
The love for skating and the great amount of talent in this sport shows the need for a real skating ring for the department. Islander baseball player Tito Polo continues his preparation with the hand of his coach, Germán Paredes, to face the Winter League in Mexico. After a great season of the Mexican League, where he was ranked one of the best foreign players in the Mexican baseball tournament, Tito Polo is getting ready to face the new winter season in the Pacific League with his team Águilas de Mexicali in Mexico. This is what the outstanding baseball player told us.
Lo más importante es que regresamos a México.
Most importantly, we are back in Mexico with the Águila de Mexicali team, who opened the doors to play in the Pacific League to represent my beautiful islands of San Andres and Old Providence. Since I will be away, I will be alone. I know that the support I receive from you, my family, will always be with me. So that's why I go out to that field to give the best of me always.
As always, showing his dedication with a lot of discipline and perseverance, Tito Polo demonstrates his professionalism as he gets ready for his next season.